In this video we are going to see about history of SQL Server. See, in 1988 SQL Server and Sybase had development of SQL Server, the joint collaboration of these two companies, and they started developing of the initial version of SQL Server. And later they implemented the SQL Server came separately and implemented all these the versions of databases. The SQL Server 7.0 till then it's not like much popular. Later the SQL Server released the 8.0 version in the year of 2000 with the service called DTS, Data Transformation Services. See, along with the database, this data transformation services will be used to pull the data from any of the text file or Excel file with some set of data with limited features. And later, 5 years, SQL Server launched its 9.0 version in the year of 2005 along with the MSBI, Microsoft Business Intelligence, with 3 modules. Those are SQL Server Integration Services, also called as SSIS, and SQL Server Reporting Services, also called as SSRS, and SQL Server Analytical Services, also called as SSAS. See here, when you are purchasing license for SQL Server database, this MSBI is free of cost. It will be the complete set of the business intelligence program it is. You will be able to store the data from different sources, and you will be able to generate a report also. And after SQL Server 9.0, they launched one more version in the year of 2008, that is 10.0. See here, what are the some drawbacks or bugs which are there in SQL Server 2005. They rectified and they launched the better version of 2005. And later Microsoft launched the SQL Server 10.25. It is completely for Azure. The initial the version they launched for Azure. And in the year of 2010 they launched one more version, again rectifying some of the bugs or the performance things which are there in 2008, and they call that one as a 2008 R2 release 2. And later 2 years they launched the SQL Server 11.0. Here the complete model of the database engine and the business intelligence side, some more extra module they added. So here the database engine side, whatever the model is there, they integrated the big data engine to the existing database engine. The model some kind of changed. And for the SQL Server analysis services, they included one more model called tabular model. See, initial versions of SQL Server, it will be multi-dimensional model, will be calling as default, and later they included tabular model as well. We'll see more about what is multi-dimensional model and what is tabular model. And later the SQL Server 12.0 launched in the year of 2014. See here is not the major release. Here again, what are the different or some little features they included, and implementing bit more performance things in those are not possible in 2012 and they included in the 2014. And the next version is SQL Server 13.0 in the year of 2016 they launched with along with the it is going to support R language, and it will be able to use Hive distributed file system support and Azure as well. See here, generally R language is used to query the data from a table, or you want to store the data from table. Here completely you want to store or retrieve data, will be using this R language. And HDFS, these will be using the Parquet file support to store the data, to retrieve the data. For this we need a separate setup, that also we'll see in the upcoming videos. And the support of Azure means, see, generally when we are storing some set of data, let's say the database we are creating in the SQL server, and it is utilizing some kind of TBs, or what are the configuration we are using, that configuration, it is based on the configuration, that much storage is using in your local machine or your Windows server. Once it got filled up, the previous data it is going to store inside Azure. That's the purpose. Will be using here the integration with the Azure it is used, that is called as a stretch database. And later here they implemented one more version, that is SQL Server 14.0. It is just launched in 2017 along with the AI. With the help of Python, R will be able to use some analytical related, the artificial intelligence related things will be able to develop here. And this is the first version of SQL Server will be supporting in the installing in the Linux operating system also. So previous to this, I mean 13, 12, 11, all these versions are not possible to install other than Windows operating system, but from the SQL Server 14.0 onwards you will be able to install in either Windows machine or Linux machine. Both will be able to support. And later 2 years they launched one more version, that is 15.0. So here the along with the same whatever the starting HDFS file system they implemented, here the more support they given for HDFS files, and along with that it will be query tuning will be happening automatically in SQL 2019. And the current version of SQL Server is 16.0. It was launched in 2022. So here the more features they implemented to integrate with the Azure. Either it may be Azure SQL or the most of the Azure systems will be able to use. Yeah, this is about history of SQL Server. And in the next part we'll be discussing about what is data and all the things. Thank you.